Continuing our road trip through the state of beautiful Montana, traveling through a tremendous amount of small towns to get there. We love that Old West vibe, and in this area, you sure find it. And you might find a stagecoach as well. Welcome to Virginia City, and we're here on one of the busiest days of the year.
Welcome everyone to Weekend Escapades. Today we are in Virginia City, Montana. You'll see it behind us. We are going to go and explore all the buildings. So excited to be in this town. It has been a long time and can't wait to share it with you.
While we walk along the boardwalk, a little history. Virginia City lies along Alder Gulch, and that is the place where the richest gold strike in the Rocky Mountains was, with an estimated value of gold of $100 million. Now that's placer gold. That's a tremendous amount of money through the 18th and 19th century, and this area represents the true Old West. Now, Alder Gulch had gathered most of Montana's population. At its peak, 10,000 people flooded the area named 14 Mile City for its numerous settlements that lined the gulch here by Virginia City.
All right, so we are in Virginia City, and it is the Bale Brew Fest. We picked one heck of a weekend to come, but a good time for sure. There are hundreds of people here enjoying themselves, and we are too. So we're just going to wander down the street. You'll probably see a lot of automobiles and people in the background, but that's okay. You can hear the music in the background and the roar of the crowd. The Bale of Hay Saloon was a great place to get a barbecued burger and a brew, and this town is like a living museum. This is the Danson Stewart store, and you can go right inside, and it is preserved very well. You can see here, got some of the old boxes there, mailboxes. And the store still has all the goods, or the boxes for them inside, just stacked full of collectibles and old antiques. It looks just like the original general store. The CF Sorbier, I think I'm saying that correctly, hopefully, General Blacksmithing. And they've got this opened up as well. Again, a museum of an old blacksmith shop. A lot of fun. The Virginia City Trading Company, established in 1946, is still open. There's a lot of fun things in there to shop for. This is the S.I. Simpson building, the old barber shop. Headed into the Kramer building. This is the old dress shop. Better watch your step. That is a low bridge for sure. Now every one of these buildings are open. There's no charge to come to Virginia City and just walk in and out of this shops. I mean, there's many of them. And they're all preserved very well. The old dress shop. This is just inside of a dry goods store. You can see it's like walking in a fun house. The floors are unlevel. And all the windows and doors are crooked. There's the back side of the dry goods store. Some beautiful old wood stoves. Some creaky floors. This is the kitchen back here, obviously. The old cupboard. And beautiful old wood stove. Now this one says tobaccos and cigars. Let's take a look and see what's inside this one. You can see when you step in, it allows you to go in about 4 feet, and it's kind of got this little picket fence to keep you from touching all the valuables. Well, this doesn't look like tobacco. This looks like a clock shop, and maybe some wares, china and things. But look at all the old, amazing antiques that are stored right here in Virginia City. Authentic old stagecoach. A lot of fun, the kids love it. And the adults too. It goes up one side of the street and back down the other. This is the J.B. LeBeau Jeweler toy store. You can see the old-timey toys in the window. Let's head on in. Now, Virginia City is an amazing location. The way that they have these stores open for you to view all of the old items that were here in town is crazy. You can see across town, a lot of places that you go, they're in good shape, but this one is restored to perfection. And we enjoy it so much. We've been here about 4 years ago. Really documented as we didn't start doing weekend escapades until about 1 year and 9 months ago. And now we are documenting these locations that we go to because they're just so much fun and wanted to share them with everybody that we could because we enjoy them. We hope everybody else does as well. And this is the Kiskadon's Stone Block Vigilante Barn. I hope I say these names correctly. This is actually like an old stable you can see there where they've got a horse and feeding areas for the horses. And then all the bridles and halters. And a tremendous amount of wagons. California store, Henry Elling. And it says that Henry Elling's clothing store is what this was. You can see just when you walk in, hats and suit coats. This looks like a gentleman's store. This one's the boots and shoes location, but they actually take pictures in here as well. So you can get your photograph taken and all the old-timey clothes seated at this, I guess, the bar or the table with good backgrounds and costumes. And they've got the piano and so forth, but you get your photos taken in here. You can see the lighting right up front. The S.R. Buford and Company. And this building was a general store, as you can see all the goods that have been stored in bulk down here. Wood stove right in the middle. And all the crates and storage over here. Looks like those would have stored coffee.
I've never seen wallpaper on the
A
ceiling.
beautiful old cash register. And a place to get yourself a soda sitting right there at the bar. Well, this is where they would have essayed the gold or any of the ore. And that's what this was. You can see there's a stand-up desk in the back and a couple of tables. But that's what this one says on the front. Maybe that's an original photo.
That's not gold. Sorry.
See some of the tools they would have used. Looks like maybe they would have melted it down and put that into bars or little balls of whatever mineral they were working on. Somebody actually sat at that desk and did the work. Now this is the E.L. Smith store. Now the E.L. Smith store again has a lot of goods and wares in it, but every one of the stores were just a little bit different back then as there was a lot of competition in town. As you can see that this one has no shortage of a lot of fun items. Virginia City is amazing, and it's alive with activity. I just love it here because you go to ghost towns, you see a lot of this stuff, but these buildings are very similar, like ghost town buildings, but it's extremely active. Just a lot of fun, and you can see that each one of these pieces are so well preserved. They didn't throw away anything because it is all here in Virginia City. The Montana Post. This says right up top. Well, let's see what's in here. Post makes me think newspaper. Maybe. It's got some typewriters right there. The old trunk. And look at the tin on the roof. Every building has something exciting to see. Different style tin, the old wood floors, giant roll top desk, and of course other styles of printing and typewriters, and a tremendous amount of old books.
You know, probably low threes. So yeah, sounds like that could be another book.
This is a Cousins Candy Shop, red, white, and blue all over in the front. Let's go take a look at all the goods that they have inside and maybe get ourselves a sweet treat.
Yesterday we went to the park and she did.
One of my favorite places to be.
You read that by yourself.
I haven't seen those all over the place. Love a moon pie. I'm going to have to get one. That doesn't sound any fun. Sugar-free candy. Well, you're in Montana, so you've got to remember there's always going to be a huckleberry section. Amazing flavors, a Montana huckleberry. Yep, out of the candy store with a big bag of candy. Moon pies, suckers, and a few other treats inside. You've got to get candy in Virginia City.
Well, you don't have to get candy in Virginia City, but I have to. I get candy everywhere I go because I'm kind of a big kid. Well, a little bit more about the history of Virginia City. Gold continues to be found in the area, but by the early 1870s, Virginia City's population had been reduced to only a few hundred, and in 1875, the territorial capital was moved to Helena, Montana, and Virginia City was well on its way to becoming a ghost town. But you wouldn't know it by being here today because this town is lively and filled with Old West beauty, from its tin roofs to its wooden walkways. We hope you enjoyed this visit to Virginia City, Montana. And until our next adventure, goodbye from Weekend Escapades, and we'll see you in the next one.